This is Roots en Route.
We can change the world if we want. Well, the main thing is exchange and share and communication and contact. And if you look at St. Maarten, we have every nation here. Every nation. You can go to Africa, you're going to find them here. You go to Asia, you're going to find them here. You go to Europe, they all here. The Caribbean, everyone is here. From Guyana to the smallest is here. That can't happen in other countries. And everyone have their fair share. There's no high performance of segregation or you would say racism open. No, everybody coexists. We judge the person, the tree, according to the fruits it bear. So if every tree in St. Maarten, regardless to what destination it came from, have the possibility to bear fruits, which is good to the country. And these fruits varies. It can be from employment, it can be from teachings, it could be from learning, it could be from farming, shaping, molding, educating. It can be all over. It could be investment, all over. These fruits that individual put forth on the table of St. Maarteners and all who is St. Maarteners. So I began to analyze. I live in a hill, and I plant in a hill, and I gain the knowledge from the hill, and the experience from the hill, and the know-how from the hill. So then I apply wisdom to it, and this is where I am. 16 years to preserve all fruit trees from St. Maarten, because no one else would do it. They don't have the knowledge. So it's not a project, it's a vision. Look at our hills. They are virgin. They have 70 and 80 years untouched. Look at our cities, saturated. A lot of youths unemployed because they have been taught to look in an area where it's saturated and no work. But look at the mountains. Millions of jobs, thousands of jobs. But look like everybody blind to that. I am part of those who were not blind, and look at my establishment. So imagine if you can help 50 people to get to this. We don't depend on nobody. But the purpose is not for us not to depend. The purpose is for us to always depend. And once these type of characteristics get involved, it's not good. So if you have to ask me the question, how important is agriculture for the human? Human need to eat. Environment need to be taken care of. Certain species need to be preserved. A lot is going in instinct. And the government is not part of that. Well, when I heard the word border, I heard separation, I heard seclusion, I heard inclusion, I heard be apart, I heard separate, I heard division. It does not help a people. The word border should not exist. Don't forget that we are minority, we are not. And we used to be majority, but today we are minority. So we accept people in our house and they are better off than us. And they should consider that. I would have to give you a little history on that whole situation. So let's go back to World War I and World War II. There was a vacuum of human being extract from their country, centralize in one unique place, and then prepare and plan to go to war. So we was part of that also, St. Maarten, First World War. And when that happened to our country, you should know that the great minds, the thinking capabilities, those who have the knowledge of the land to build, to construct, to elaborate, to enlarge, and to strengthen, they're gone. Who remains is women and children. That's what happened to we in the First World War. Our parents had to go and look for food because France being occupied, Holland being occupied. So they're busy in war, they can't help us. We is a colonial country. We depend. So at that moment, our parents, my grandfather, my grandmother, migrated to Santo Domingo. My mother born 1930 in Santo Domingo. That's First World War moving. Then Second World War came. 35. More people had to move again. So St. Maarten remained a virgin island in regard to agriculture. Goodwill. Goodwill. Everything I do, there's no interest. Not even the food, there's no interest. The reason we are upside down is because interest, personal interest, egoistic interest. All that should be given with an open heart. So I take my energy, I take my strength, I take my knowledge, my wisdom, my power, my willpowers, my determination, my courage, my endurance, my long suffering, and I call them human. And they help me.